you're here this morning, God's not done with you. God's not done with His work. God's not done with the ministry. God's not done with any of these things. Because you know the enemy will always try and stop God's work moving. But you know, even if in the week, if you lose the day, if you've lost the battle that day, we're definitely not losing the war, because we know Jesus reigns, He's King of Kings. He sits on the throne, and there is absolutely nothing that the enemy can do to block God's hand moving. There's absolutely nothing he can do. Maybe he can discourage us as people from time to time. Maybe he can slow us down, but that's probably the only thing that he can do. That's, beloved, let us continue praying for God's ministry. You know, it's not just our church that has challenges. There's challenges around the world. I speak to so many preachers in a week. I phone pastors. I know so many of them. And there's so many challenges. You know why? Because the enemy is not lazy. He's always working. He's always trying to stop something that God wants to do. And I want to say this as I invite Pastor Rita to the stage. Beloved, do not limit God. If you're unwell, pray. If there's a situation, pray. When we limit God, God cannot move. It's when the impossibility arises, is when God brings in a miracle. And this morning, beloved, I tell you now, and I don't know why I speak about it, if the doctor diagnoses you with cancer, the God that saved you is bigger than cancer. The God that saved you and I is bigger than any problem you can ever face in this life. I want to encourage you this morning, beloved, hold on to Jesus. Don't limit Him, because God cannot be limited, because He is the King of Kings. There is nothing that will be impossible for Him. Luke 1:37 says, and nothing will be impossible for Him. Nothing includes every single aspect of your life, every challenge you will face. Not impossible for God.